Hi there, I'm Rosie Connolly, HR for Albertsons Tom Thumb's Distribution Center in Roanoke, Texas. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video that we're giving for you so that you can learn more about what it's like to be an order selector at our distribution center. I think I need to probably start though by letting you know that we're located in Roanoke, Texas. Roanoke is located just a little bit north of downtown Fort Worth and to the west of Dallas. Roanoke is easily accessible by Highway 114 or by 35W. Out here in Roanoke, we're also kind of close to the Texas Motor Speedway, if that kind of puts things in perspective for you. So that's our location. We hope it's convenient to you. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is our culture, who we are, what we're like, because we're really big on culture here. We believe here, our mantra, our motto is make every day a better day, as you can see behind me. Making every day a better day makes every employee feel more comfortable with their job, more happy with their work-life balance, because everything that they do during the course of their day is focused in on making every day a better day. We have a lot of fun here. Sure, you work hard, the job's going to be hard, but we have fun while we work. Some of the things that we do too here are off the charts cool. Like, let's talk about Fat Tuesday. On Fat Tuesday, we decided to do Mardi Gras. So a week before Fat Tuesday, we'd given everybody a king cake and we hit a baby. And every employee who found a baby got to be the king in a parade that we ran through the warehouse. Now this warehouse is huge. It's 1.2 million square feet. It's probably the size of 10 full-size grocery stores from the front door to the back door. So if you can imagine how big that is, and how here we have these carts that take us all over the place that we decorated like floats, we threw beads, we even hired a company to come out and make beignets for the employees. So it was super, super cool. Other fun things we do, National UFO Day, World UFO Day is coming. And we have a contest going on to make a homemade UFO made from household items, and an employee can win $300, $200, or $100, and everybody gets a t-shirt for World UFO Day. We're just constantly doing a lot of fun things. We're always eating. It's just a really great place to work, and the management's really dialed into the employees, and they have their finger on the pulse, and everybody has a great relationship. Most of us who work here have been here for years and years and years, and it's a culture. And places like us, I truly believe, are far and few between. Outside of the job that we offer, which I'm going to go into detail about, I want to tell you a little bit about our benefits. We offer, all our jobs are full-time, and we offer medical, dental, vision, short-term disability, long-term disability, 401k with matching, an employee assistance program, and that's free to you and then provides you with future counseling on a sliding scale, and that touches on things like if you need legal advice. I mean, it's amazing. This is a large company. When you work for a large company, these are the types of benefits that you see. Some things that you need to take into consideration are that we do supply the grocery stores, the Randalls down in Houston, Tom Thumb, Albertsons, even El Rancho stores, and we supply all the stores in Texas, plus the stores in Louisiana and one in Arkansas. So with that, thinking about when people buy groceries, which is normally the weekend, we're operating around the clock, depending on the department that you work in. You know, you'll have a set shift, but we do operate 7 days a week. So weekend work is part of this job. So you have to be open to that, because it is something that is a normal thing for us. You get 2 days off a week, and they're typically not the weekend. Depending on, at the point in time that you're seeing this video, you will have already seen our ad. And our ad lists the different shift start times, and it lists how much each job pays and what the name of the department is and potentially what the temperature is and everything. But what I want to make sure that you guys know is that some of these jobs are second shift and some of these jobs are first shift. I'm not really talking about any graveyard shifts. Our shifts either start at 3 or 4:30. But I want to make sure that you're in line with your expectations so that there's no big surprise later on for you. So let's talk about what this job of an order selector is. An order selector is a person who fills an order when a store orders it. So a store orders electronically, and it's sent here to a clearinghouse at the distribution center. An order selector They drive a double pallet jack that's electric, the kind that you stand on top of and drive. And that pallet jack they use to go from location to location, selecting the boxes that have been ordered by that store. So if you think about it, every order is going to be different because not every store sells the same quantity of the different products. And, some stores sell more, bananas than they do apricots. So not every 2 orders are going to be alike. And they don't order the same thing every day. How does the employee know? How does the order selector know what products to pick up? Well, how they know is that they wear a headset called Vocalect. And if you've used Vocalect before, you're a really good candidate for this job. The Vocalect system talks into your ear and it tells you what aisle number to go to. Because we have so many aisles that we have to number them. So if you kind of think of aisles kind of like neighborhood streets, every aisle has a number just like every street has a name. Then you're standing on this aisle and you're looking down it, and there's all kinds of different product in what we call locations. There's probably 100 different products down an aisle on one side alone. And it's the length of a football field or more. And so you go, wow, how do I know what location I go to? Well, the way that you know what location is that every location has a number. And so the headset will tell you go aisle 42, location 120R. Evens are on the right, odds are on the left. And that's how you know which side to go to. So that's the basic job, and it's pretty simple, other than the hard part is stacking. Because you're going to build pallets of product for that store. If you've ever seen a pallet come into a location, you know that they're not these tiny little things. They're tall. You're going to build a pallet 6 to 7 feet in height. And all those boxes, since they're different sizes, they're kind of like a 3D jigsaw puzzle. So if you like to play Tetris, this is like real life Tetris. So you're going to build a pallet of boxes 6 to 7 feet tall, and you're going to do those all day long, stacking boxes to that height. Now, speed is important. It is key to the job. But more important to us is that you work safe and learn how to do the job right. So we're going to give you 12 weeks training time. In the first 4 weeks, we're just going to let you acclimate and get used to driving a jack. Get used to our layout. Get used to things so that way you can start building that strength with good work habits, because that's what we want. We want you to be safe. We want you to be accurate. And those are key things in the grocery industry. Another thing is attendance. Attendance is very important. We write a schedule based on how many order selectors we think we're going to need to be able to get everybody out in a decent 8-hour day. Because it is a physical job, you don't want to work people 10 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. You want to try to get people in and out in 8 hours. So we rely on having responsible employees that'll get to work on time and that will work their schedules. Because if one employee misses, other employees have to work longer. And if more than one employee misses, a lot more employees have to work longer. And before you know it, that 8-hour day could have turned into a 10-hour day because of call-ins. So we spend a lot of effort to make sure that employees value getting to work on time and working your schedule. And we look forward to people that are responsible, that find that working your schedule is important to them as well. Another thing that you need to take into consideration as you look through the jobs that we have is, do the temperatures suit you? So let's kind of just take a little walk real quick through the different jobs that we have available. The first one's in the freezer. Well, yeah, I said freezer. Freezer is where we keep the stuff that needs to be frozen, and we keep it 20 to 30 degrees below zero. Wow, yes, that's really cold. Why is it so cold? Because ice cream has got to be stored at that temperature in order for it to be in the best sellable condition for the customer when they come, and that's our end goal. So we would provide you with a freezer suit so that you wouldn't feel that cold as much. But the shift starts there at 5 o'clock in the morning and it finishes when the work is done, because we have no set end times on any of our order selector jobs, because we don't know what's going to happen. That, there could be a thunderstorm warning or an ice storm. Ice storms, everybody goes to the store in advance. And you can't predict those things until you're right upon them, because of course we all live in Texas and we know what that's like. And so when the stores start ordering like crazy, getting ready for that ice storm, well, our days might get a little bit longer. So you have to have that flexibility to know that there's not a set time for you to leave. And that's why you need to have reliable transportation, that it's not dependent on you getting off at a certain time, because that's just not going to happen, and we don't have that set time. Wish we did, but we can't. That job pays $16 an hour, but we pay you $1 more an hour for the time you spend in the freezer. You know, you hit top pay after you've been with us for 1 year, and top pay is $17.95 an hour. The other department that I have is grocery. Grocery is huge. It's our largest department. They start at 6 o'clock in the morning and they work until the work is done. Grocery is not air conditioned and it's not heated. We try to keep the doors shut so that, you know, it doesn't get too warm and it doesn't get too cold. But in the big scheme of things, it's not terribly bad. Maybe when it's 110 degrees outside, it's going to be pretty hot in here, but it's not going to be 110 degrees. And when it's, 20 degrees outside, which isn't too often in Texas, it's still not unbearable in here. Grocery pay is $16 an hour, and you reach top pay after you've been here a year, and that's $17.95. The next department we have is called Fresh. Fresh is the place where they keep your deli meats, your cheeses, your yogurts, products like that, the meat that they use in the meat markets to cut up into steaks and ground beef. So its temperature is not frozen, but it's just above freezing to about 56, 57 degrees. Perishable starts out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they finish when the work is done. And their starting pay is $17.50 an hour. And after a year, you can hit $19.45. That's some good pay. There's another shift that we have that's produce. Produce doesn't have openings too often. I'm mentioning it. If you select produce as the place that you want to go, in your interview, you want to be able to have an alternate immediately to say, because produce runs a pretty tight ship. They start at 4:30 in the afternoon and they finish until the work is done. And obviously the product over there is going to be vegetables, fruits, flowers, and that kind of stuff. Their starting pay is $17.50 an hour, and after a year, you could be at $19.45 as well. We have a department called General Merchandise, and that's probably our lightest weight department. GM doesn't have opportunities too often, so that's going to be like produce, where if you want GM because the schedule works for you, you may want to have an alternative in your pocket just in case if you contact us and find out that we don't have a shift there. But they start at 4 o'clock in the morning and they finish until the work is done. They make $16.50 an hour to start, and they hit top pay after 1 year at $18.45. So those are the jobs, so that be sure that you understand what I've told you about them not having a set end time and about the temperatures, because this needs to be a win-win. We want you to be happy working here, so we want you to select something that works best for you and your life. Because if you're happy with what you have, then you're going to be much happier here at work every day, and that's what we want. We're looking for reliable employees that are responsible, that are courteous and respectful, and are team-oriented, and that they are focused on making every day a better day. And that means helping out your coworker if you see they drop their stuff. There's a lot to being just a courteous, kind person. And if you walk our warehouse, you'll see that our employees always greet each other. It's always just a real positive vibe. So I look forward to you processing through our system further. I wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions, the HR team is available to answer them. 844-534-4320. And again, that's 844-534-4320. And the code word for today is green, purple, blue, now. Thank you.